We're gonna do some new build or something. I'm gonna take the cab box, everything off of my big red crew cab, and then put I think it's an 82 or 83, whatever, Bullnose single cab long box on it. It's already started here. Got the old box off. I think should probably go for a good dollar. I don't think it's too bad a shape, but it's definitely fixable. A little bit of Bondo and some minor fucking straightening. Should be good. Another parts truck. Got the diffs. Did a 44 straight axle for that truck that's over there. It's a brick nose in the trees. Single cab, half done build. Here we got this over here. That's the brown truck. Supposed to be finishing the bodywork and painting the cab on that before I start more projects, but here we are. So, the reason this frame is actually in good shape still, other than this little spot I'm gonna show you over here. Well, just not gonna worry about that right now. Frame's in really good shape. And these newer ones seem like they're quite a bit thicker than, well, not quite a bit, but it is thicker than the older F-150 frames. And the fact this frame is still good for everything I put it through, I would like to use this rather than taking apart all my suspension and everything and put on that single cab frame. So I'm going to take this cab off, shorten the frame, and then put a single cab on it. So I just started taking stuff apart here. The reason for changing this cab is put a log through the floor a long time ago to kind of crack this whole piece. And so it separates over bumps and whatnot. The floor over there is absolutely toast. Not much left of that. So it's had a good life here, but I think it's just time to get something a little more solid and try something else out for a bit. So that's all full Yukon chromoly inner outers, 35 spline outers, 513 gears, welded carriers, TMR joints. Got these offset Chevy ball joints with the taper still in it. The tapers, I got welding ones and they just crack non-stop. Yeah, I heated the knuckles up, everything before welding them, trying everything, but they still just don't put up with the views. So I'm gonna go to offset Heims, drill those out so a little more reliable. And got a Super Duty drive shaft in her. Did the MP271 swap from the Super Duty. A while ago I put this piece of flat bar, so I welded this, some dog shit work I did quick to the frame with this underneath the rocker just to support this because the whole A-pillars, as you can see, doesn't exist. So it's held up for a long time. So I flat bar up through here and I bolted the door hinges to it. Welded that there, but that's broken numerous times. Just truck's too long to flex out and everything twists and break. But as you can see, the floor, she's done. Just too unsafe for going out. Pretty soon the cab's gonna end up falling right off. One time I was stuck, flexed right out, and looks like we pulled this body mount right through this little piece. So I'm gonna have to change this little cross member out. Not a big deal. Get rid of the rivets, bolt a new one in. So far, that's all the only extra work I should have to do. Just getting this ready here for now, anything I can do, and then I'm gonna take it to the shop with the hoist. Because this crew cab is a little heavy to manhandle. So, yeah. So, once we get to the shop, take this off, shorten the frame, I'll carry on there with that, but the old girl is coming apart, and it's time for a revamp. I am going to, maybe not right away, I do want to make some longer shackles for the front, maybe take a leaf out of the front, get the front leaf springs actually moving and working. these rear springs here. It's got new brackets and everything on, so everything's bolted on, not a big deal. But if you can sort of tell from the video, it is, the rear part of the spring here is shorter than this front part. So what I'm going to do is flip the springs around, so it'll move the axle back, but then I'm going to reposition the brackets forward so it's kind of still in the same position. But then my approach angle in the back will be a lot shorter, so I can get rid of the rear tank, cut this shorter, and then I'm going to bob the box on the other box I'm going to use. Don't know exactly where here, get my fat finger out of the way, but it should be somewhere right between the taillight and the gas tank. Really like that bob look, so do that. And same, these are still 1-ton leafs, so then you take the overloads out, take a couple springs out, or leafs out, get that working. I'm going to do a shackle flip at the same time, get rid of the fucking blocks. Because of these 1-ton leafs, I've had really zero axle wrap issues with this thing, especially being so long. But once I flip it around, go softer leafs, I'm going to have to use a torque arm of some sort. So the project's growing continuously, but we'll carry on. So this truck here, it was an 1990 F-150. I picked it up for pretty cheap, had a 302 automatic in it. And originally started building a single cab. I wanted just a nice summertime truck, kind of a nice truck for the wedding and stuff. And we had another kid, and all I had was single cabs, and this was sitting over there and had low kilometers on it. It was just kind of parked in the field and had some rust on it. But the interior of this thing was like really good condition. Underneath the dash, like all the stock wiring and everything, nothing seemed like it was ever screwed with. Great shape. So I decided to start rebuilding this one, and put a 460 big block in it, ZF. Haven't found a good manual steering column yet, so I got the 2-shifter thing, anti-theft. And got the cab corners to do on the cab. The door is just closed beautiful. Got a factory Ford fender, not a jobber one, to replace that. I did the wheel lips on the box here last winter. Got the box painted. I got all the factory decals remade, the pinstriping, and the 4x4 one on the back. That was going to be put back on, but I had to wait till I wet sand this. It's just a little bit of orange peel. You can kind of see it here in the video, so I got to take that out of it. And just a little ridge from the two-tones, they're still there. Got a couple bugs in it and stuff like that, so it's got to be sanded. So I want to do that before I put the decals on, obviously, but also got to do this. So I was just gonna get this done and then wet sand everything, and then decals can go on the whole thing at once. I did strip the frame completely, redid that. It's got Skyjacker soft ride leaves here, F456s. Driving it there in salt, and even the diffs at northern BC. Trying not to drive it in the winter at all, only summertime and rain, but still gets you. So this black piece on the tailgate was screwed up like they all are. So I just put a small piece of aluminum. I 3M taped it to the back here, and because this was really good shape, turned out pretty good. Just got some eBay look-alike taillights, LEDs. They work good. Yukon diff covers. Still gotta do the disc brake conversion on the rear. Got quite a bit of work to do to her still, but she's a slow work in progress. 38 13.5s on 20x12 -44s. Built these traction bars, built the brackets, so it's there's 1.5" Dom inside of this Sked 40 pipe. Just didn't like the look of the 1.5" Dom by itself. It just looked too skinny for how long it is. And that I got the just 4-inch rough country, at least in the front, with the Skies Off-Road shackle reverse kit. And then I got the, I think it's PMF brackets here to correct the shackle angle. Still rides like absolute shit because of rough country leafs. Might fix that up eventually, but it's a 1 ton now on leaf springs. It ain't too smooth. But yeah, it's a work in progress here. It's my baby. We'll hopefully get this done one day, maybe this winter. Should be like, actually I have to do it this fall because my paint's gonna expire. It's only good for shelf life of a year, so I should get on it, or else I gotta buy new paint again. But might take some more videos when I do the cab and stuff like that. As of now, this pig is gonna get all the love ish till I get fed up with it and park it or put it to the side. This truck's been Old Faithful for a long time, and that's what that diff and the cab over there is gonna go into, a new one of those. Just 'cause this frame is shot, the cab is shot, and it's also had just as rough of a life as this one, surprisingly enough. It doesn't look like it has. Well, that's her. Did a TMR high steer kit on his Kingpin. Still just factory axles, just Yukon covers because they look cool. Didn't do anything with these diffs yet. Factory 410 gears. I did the 1 ton swap. I changed the factory engine mounts, the engine mounts, to the big block ones, and this engine cradle doesn't have the clearance to clear the oil filter here, so I had to get a relocate, and I put it right there. Turned out not too bad. Yeah, it's still a lot of work to do. I should refreshen the tranny. These new synchros, new clutch. Still drivable. Motor is a fresh rebuild. Nothing fancy, just stock 460 FI. Forever sharp steering wheel. Thing's sexy. I just made this thing's super dirty in here. I did have it all cleaned up, but dirty roads. Gotta clean up all this mess of shit still. One day. Alright, so got lights stripped out. Most of the stuff I need. I guys do like, I still gotta drive it on the trailer and shit, and then back into the shop. So I got throttle cable, shift linkage, brakes, all that kind of stuff. Steering columns all hooked up still. But pulled this apart just so the trans cooler there is out. I got disconnected. Still got tranny lines into the rad as well. Could disconnect, but no point making a mess now. Washed her all up. Tomorrow we'll put her in the shop, put her on the hoist, take the cab off, and carry on. This tire here, it's sat flat for a long time, so each one of these started getting some like dry rot cracks inside these in here. When it's sitting flat, these big lugs were pushing it in. So I had see if I can find it. I patched one of them with some A and B compound. Of course, it's probably on the bottom. A and B compound before, and I shaved these lugs off, patched it through there. It held up okay, but then the next lug over screwed up again, because I think there's 4 lugs total that are kind of dry rotted on the inside. So I had the problem again, took it to Cal Tire. They did a they vulcanized it and stuff, put a patch on the inside, but I think they put a patch on the wrong spot on the inside, so it still leaks out of the one spot they fixed, and it also leaks out of this one plug here, so I gotta fix that up. But for doing the frame, I don't have 4 of the same stock tires because I burnt them off for the wedding, so gotta put all 4 of these on just so it's somewhat level while I do that frame splice. And yeah, that's about her. Cab's all free, ready to lift off, other than, like I said, those couple things to drive. It will be a Bullnose when it's done. Gonna swap the dash and everything over for now. We got a 408 stroker that's going in it, but it's not done yet. So I'm gonna put this 351 EFI back in it. Well, the motor's gonna stay in the chassis, but I'm gonna run that in the Bullnose. So just to make it easier for wiring harness splices and stuff, we're going to swap the dash and everything over. I'm just gonna cut a piece of the firewall out where that main harness goes in. Just tack that in there. It's all got to change anyways when I do that stroker motor. Different fuel system, ignition system, everything. But just for now, get another winter out of it. Hopefully, by the time that motor's done. And that's her. Until you'll see me in the shop next. So got her in the shop here and just about to start lifting her up. Disconnect a couple things there and lift her off, see what I missed. Got her up, ready to go. I forgot the 4-wheel drive shifter. Got it laid out here, but, well, started to. I have to take out both of these. This one, the steady bearing one, because this one's gonna end up hitting the T-case. It's too high. Not like it's needed. It's gonna have this, which I'm gonna put a new one of those in. It's got the cross member in there, should be enough. Got the lines off that side. But there's a slight bend in the frame where it goes in. So my spot is like right about here, so I just have to come back a little bit there. Come back past this. And then it kind of comes up there, so rather than going on an angle, I might still be able to go on a little bit of an angle there, but doesn't matter, it's gonna get fish plated. So I'll move that back. Get rid of those, take the drive shaft out. Almost ready. Fuck me. This is gonna make a sweet rally here. This is just fucking prime. Look at that body line. It's as straight as it's ever gonna be again. Unbelievable, eh? So, I didn't record a whole bunch of stuff, but it's kind of time crunch there a little bit, so we were giving her on it. Got the cab on, got the frame shortened. Right in the middle there. I was gonna go do like a diagonal cut, but the frame tapers in over there a little bit towards each other, and then this tapers up over here. So I still could have done a taper or angle, but it wasn't enough to really matter. So I just did a straight cut. Still got a fish plate to the inside. I just set the cab down, make sure my measurements are all good, body mounts, everything lines up here. This one that was screwed up, I just put some plate in there, welded all back together. The other one, I was gonna steal another truck. It was fucked on both sides, so just fix this one. A little easier work anyways. But yeah, got her on and she looks super deadly. This thing's looking pretty sweet. It's only a 4-inch rough country lift kit, and then now it's got a 3-inch body lift in it. It was in the other truck, so I decided I'll run it just because I didn't want to cut as much fender out as my last one. Still gonna have to trim these up here, cut that up a little bit. The back is pretty close. Looks worse in the video, but should clear normally. But once it's flexed out a little bit, the 2 inches of travel it has, it might hit it. So we'll once I get the steering column hooked up, I'll turn her back and forth and see what she looks like. But yeah, frame there. Pretty simple, nothing special. Cut all my brake lines, fuel lines, everything like that, so I gotta fix that too. Taper the fittings, put some hose on the fuel lines, or flare the steel lines and put a hose over top of it. And it should be good. And yeah, I still gotta. I'm just gonna do a easy swap for now because it's still the EFI 96 motor in it with all the factory harness and shit. I'm just gonna swap the other dash into this one, and then everything just plugs in. I still gotta probably cut a spot in the firewall there for the bulkheads and everything, but shouldn't be too bad. This thing's pretty mint, pretty clean. It's gonna be a cool truck when she's done. Still not sure if I'm gonna do box on the rear and bob it like I was talking about before, or do a roll cage flat deck kind of thing on the back. I don't know, we'll see. Looks kind of cool the way it is too, so doing a cool flat deck might be sweet, even though I'm not a major flat deck guy, but might be the right truck for it. But yeah, tomorrow I gotta lift the cab back up. I can do the fish plate on the frame, and once that's done, then bolt her down for good. Both the front mounts, I had to weld some plate on top of there because both mounts are kind of rotted through a little bit, opened up. So fixed all those. The front cab ones are good. Everything else, oh sorry guys, everything else is so far pretty decent, pretty smooth. It's not too tall. I'm short as fuck. I'm only like 5'10" or something. So not too bad. Not too bad. once she's running and driving. Do another update on her.